Gibsons Farm is land devoted to ecosystems and farming and food education. We run farm camps and school programs, and we try and involve kids in everything that we grow and harvest. My partner and I were running a farm school in Vancouver, and we did that because we were really passionate about farming and food education, getting kids in touch with the land. And we wanted to do it on a bigger scale, so we drove around BC on an epic road trip looking for the perfect city to do it in, and we settled on Gibsons. Last year in the winter, we didn't have enough money to start. Community Futures partnered with another local organization to get us the money we needed to buy seed and soil and install an epic irrigation system on the farm so we could have really efficient watering. Honey, the rooster, is so cute. And we got it rolling in the first year because of Community Futures. Working with Community Futures was incredible because usually I don't apply for grants because it's so much work, so much paperwork, and with them, they came to us and said, how can we support you? How can we get your farm growing? Without them, really, we wouldn't be farming. After we got the funding and we started installing irrigation, I spent 2 weeks in the mud and the rain, digging trenches and putting pipes underground, and we were working so hard to get this farm rolling. And there's that lag period where nothing's growing yet and it's still a mud pit. And then spring came around and we were able to fill our market stand and we filled summer camps, and now there's Honey the rooster and all the farm kids behind me having such a great time. I was nervous. I didn't know it was going to work, I guess like any small business owner in our first year, but it happened, and we just are so thankful to Community Futures.
We started 4 years ago as a food truck, and the goal was to sell really delicious hot dogs for people at wineries. This last year we decided to expand our business, and we built a brick and mortar restaurant that offers all the same food that we've been serving for the last 3 years plus more. Now we also have the ability to serve some of that great Okanagan wine and local craft beer as well.
My fiance and I both have worked in the restaurant industry for our entire working careers, and we have 3 daughters. The restaurant industry isn't great for families. There's late nights, there's weekends. So we love the industry and we wanted to stay in it, but in order to do that, we needed to do it our own way.
Community Futures was an organization that I knew about almost immediately when I moved here 5 years ago. There was a couple different guys in the valley, chefs and entrepreneurs that I knew had been helped out by Community Futures. When we were approaching the brick and mortar project, we kind of started thinking about all those big picture things, and Community Futures became the obvious choice of people that we should probably be talking to. We signed up for the business development course, and my wife Tani actually was the one that took it while I was still working a full-time job. That really helped us kind of define who we were, what we were doing, where we wanted to go, and how we were going to get there. And Community Futures was an integral part in making that happen.
When I took the Community Futures business course to expand into the restaurant, I was able to really bring things in and have an actual understanding of our business and how our business was working and the numbers and the finances. I come in the morning and I open things up and I have to take a pause and remind myself that, wow, this is a business we were able to start and grow. Absolutely very grateful for all of the support we've had from friends, family, and of course, Community Futures.
Cultist Wakesurf Company is a unique and new exciting business here up at the lake. We specialize in luxury boat charters. We also do wakesurf lessons, wakeboarding lessons, as well as sea-doo rentals. Previously, I was working in the Caribbean on a super yacht with my husband, and that's where I really found my passion for working on the water, as well as working closely with guests. And that is what inspired us to start Cultist Wakesurf Company.
When we first started Cultist Wakesurf Company, we were unable to find the appropriate funding dealing with banks and other institutions. But dealing with Community Futures, we were able to find the right funding to operate here at Cultist Lake.
Community Futures has been super amazing for us to work with. Not only did they give me a mentor to work with me one-on-one and help me grow our Instagram and our Facebook page, they also were just extremely helpful with any questions we had in regards to starting up a business.
Because of Community Futures, we were able to start our business on time and have a successful summer. We are so happy to finally be in operation here at the lake. It's been so amazing to run our own company and bring out clients of our very own.
We're absolutely loving it so far. There's been quite a few learning curves, but it's exciting and we're excited to see where we can take it.
Deadwood Junction was started by Gary and Deb and Paula Ruley. This was back in 2009, and I bought it from them in 2015. We have different coffees and bakings. Everything is made here, right on site. We have antiques, and local artisans bring their artwork in, as well as their handmade crafts. It's a business that helps other businesses as well. When you want to buy a business in a small community, it's very hard to go to the bank and try to convince them that we want to start this or we want to buy into this. It's hard to get financed. We had silent partners that we wanted to buy out. We wanted to do this on our own, and Community Futures was there for us. It's really important that we have Community Futures to help us start our dreams, to build up small businesses and help us succeed.
Gibsons Farm is a group of partners who came together to build a micro cultivation facility in Crawford Bay, BC. Our master grower and myself come from the legacy cannabis industry, and we've, with the help of our partners, been able to transition to the recreational legal market in Canada. We were inspired to start Gibsons Farm because we wanted to bring the Kootenay legacy market to the recreational market, the legal market in Canada. The Kootenays have been known across Canada for years as a cannabis hub, and we wanted to represent that with organic craft cannabis. When we thought about becoming legal and getting a cultivation license, there was a brand new pilot project in Nelson Community Futures called the Cannabis Business Transition Initiative. We were one of the first clients of that program. They helped us navigate the Health Canada application process. They helped us with paperwork towards compliance, becoming GPP compliant, as well as with a low interest loan to help us get our building off the ground and get our business up and running. We were able to hire local contractors, tradespeople to build our building, and now that we're up and running, we're able to provide 6 full-time jobs and 10 to 15 part-time jobs. At the moment, we're one of Crawford Bay's biggest employers. At first, it's definitely scary coming from the legacy market into the legal market. I know a lot of growers in the Kootenay region are hesitant to make that move. And at first, of course, it's a scary thing, but Community Futures was with us all the way. It made us feel really comfortable and feel safe. I don't think we would have got our project off the ground if it wasn't for Community Futures.
Moccasin Trails is a 100% Indigenous-owned tourism company. We take visitors on a spiritual journey, on a cultural journey while they're with us. It's like taking them back in time, 500 years. And we get them to walk the same paths that our people walked on, whether it's a hiking trail, whether it's a canoe, a waterway. And we focus on the connection that we have with Mother Earth and these trails. In order to truly learn about Indigenous culture, you need to see it, you need to feel it, you need to touch it, you need to smell it, you need to taste it. You need to be engaged. We've got guides who have been through residential school, so they talk about that. We've got guides who lost their language and getting that back. So they talk about their personal journey being Indigenous, living in this non-Indigenous world. We want to encourage our guests to ask questions. It's the only way we're going to learn about different cultures around the world. So when you think about it, tourism is just the vehicle that we're using to deliver a much stronger message. And at the end of the day, that's really what inspired us. We had heard about Community Futures and some of the work that they do, so we started a relationship with them, and it's probably our most important relationship that we have in our business. You could tell right from their leadership, right from their board of directors, to their management staff, to their staff, you could just tell that they care about their clients. They want to see Indigenous businesses, entrepreneurs succeed. It's been a great, great journey. Obviously, last couple of years have been a struggle. We're not the only ones, but we're still here. There's people out there that want to help us. There's people out there that want to see us succeed. And that's what we take comfort in. That's how we know that we're going to be in good hands moving forward.